my favorite tropes in media has gotta be saving the girl. And yeah, hold up a sec, I know how that sounds, but I promise I'm not a power fantasy seeking redditor obsessed with chivalry for my waifu. Nah, I just happened to notice recently that a lot of my favorite stories, especially ones I've obsessed over this year, hinge their narrative relevance on rescuing another individual from perilous danger as they confront their personal demons. They just also happened to be a bad bitch. There's something so great about a good saving the girl portrayal, something that speaks to a primal part of the brain, and to kind of explain why I think this trope works so well for me, I wanted to look at 3 of my favorite examples. That being Ashley Graham from Resident Evil 4 Remake, Nico Robin from One Piece, and Zelda from both Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. 3 characters who by the end of their stories had me ready to ride or die for them. I'm talking jumping off sky islands, declaring war against the world government, or mowing down hordes of innocent Hispanic people if it meant that shawty was living her best life. And if you're familiar with any of these stories, I'm sure you'd be right there alongside me. Because none of these girls are damsels in distress. I mean, while they are damsels and they are in fact in distress, that aspect of their arc does not define them. It is a moment of their journey rather than the identifying feature of it. And when executed well, I think it creates unparalleled opportunities for audience investment in a story. I don't think it's any stretch to say that Ashley Graham in Resi 4 Remake is one of the best video game companions ever. She starts off as this dime a dozen, no sauce having, Starbucks sipping sorority white girl, but over time develops into this premium little drop of skim milk. Shit, by the end of the game, Ashley was molly-whopping cholos and dropping the height of a small building by herself. How the fuck did she even do that? I never played the original Resident Evil 4, but from what I understand, that version of Ashley is stupid and gay. But not like a cool Pride Month gay, and more like a lame little boy texting James Charles gay. And all she really amounts to is screaming Leon's name and asking him to plow her on a jet ski. And that's so fucking lame, dude. I don't want my female characters to just be this hollow pussy pinata that I have to keep all the bad meanies from beating up on just because the game asked me to. No, I want to feel for them just as much as I want to any person in real life. And it's gonna take a lot more than a cute miniskirt and a flattering sweater to do that. She really does look good in that sweater though. Luckily, Capcom recognized that, and when writing the remake, drastically overhauled Ashley, and I gotta say, they did a fantastic job. Ashley is such a joy to be around here from both a gameplay and story perspective. She never gets in your way during combat and can be easily directed to strategically place her in safer spots. And even when she is in danger, it's almost always an interesting gameplay challenge rather than some bullshit annoyance. But what's even more important is that she's also a very well realized character with her own development and arc. Over the course of the game, you get to watch Ashley and Leon grow closer, going from 2 strangers out in a random predicament to this very sweet friendship. The trust they gain in each other is shown in everything from their efficiency on the field, to their cute little banter, to the choices they make when the other's life is at stake. You feel like they have each other's back, like Ashley has Leon's back, and by extension, you feel like she has yours, and it's impossible to not want to have hers too. Ashley wasn't just a character, she rode for me. She was my dog, and that as a player is the most motivating thing in the world, more than any MacGuffin or quest marker could ever be. This principle doesn't just apply to games though, it can even apply when the viewer has absolutely no control over what's gonna happen, and I don't think that's portrayed better anywhere else than the Shonen Rescue arc. The Shonen Rescue arc is a tried and true formula, and one of the best sources of the saving the girl trope because no one understands wanting to rescue bad bitches quite like Japanese men. And when it comes to the specific flavor of rescuing baddies, I think Eni's Lobby has it on lock. Up to this point in the story, Nico Robin has been a very mysterious character. All we really know is that she looks great in a cowboy hat and is tall, sexy, melanated. Mommy? Oh yo, my bad, yo, I got distracted. It's clear she enjoys spending time around the Straw Hats, but her unknown motivations and obscured history made it very hard to get a read on her. But when her backstory is revealed in this arc, and you see the tragedy and trauma she's endured, it completely recontextualizes her character. Like, god damn, that backstory has hands. And by the end of it, you empathize heavily with Robin as a person. Now take that newly found love you have for this woman and that understanding of her pain, and imagine having to watch her get beaten, smacked around, manhandled, and downright disrespected by some bitch ass motherfuckers over the course of the arc. I know your blood was boiling. When I saw Shawty getting beat on like that, I was seething, bro, and so is everyone in the story. There's this great quote, I think it came from Sun Tzu's Art of War, that reads, "If somebody kill my son, that means somebody getting killed." And to sort of decipher that and translate it for the modern day layman, it basically reads, if you fuck with someone I love, I'ma get it back in blood. And that's how the Straw Hats be in this arc. They fucking embody that shit. And that's one of my favorite parts about them. Nico Robin may not have been around long, but she was one of the gang members. And you don't fuck with one of the gang members. To simplify the rest of the conflict very heavily, the opposing sides all meet up on top of these buildings for this hard-ass flick, and Nico Robin is stuck on the other side, still held captive, and has basically given into her fate. She doesn't want anyone else to get hurt because of her, and so she's given up hope and pleads with the Straw Hats to leave her alone. But Luffy isn't having none of that. Luffy basically tells her, look dog, if you want us to help you, you gotta want it. We're here for you, but you gotta say that shit with your whole chest. And right here, when the tensions are at their highest and everything looks like it's gonna go sideways, this happens. I want to live! When Nico Robin screamed that, I felt it in my bones. It was like a battle cry, cause right then and there, they knew they had to get back. Shit had me wanting to jump through the screen and spin back for Shawty myself. I would have been right there next to Gaimon in terms of power scaling and got blitzed by Buggy. But that don't matter. It's the principle. Catch me running Lucci's bitch ass myself. An arc like this really shows the power of the rescue trope. If you establish the character being rescued well enough, you can easily align the goals of your audience with those of your heroes, and this creates the most satisfying type of symbiotic relationship. When they see that character hurt or in trouble, they feel that pain with them. And when that character is finally rescued, nothing hits like that catharsis. Seeing Nico Robin, after all the pain and strife she's endured, put trust in her friends and come out the other side with a found family and a new passion for life. Damn dog, that's enough to make a big boy cry. This shit works so well that Kupo did it twice, the mad lad. He said, oh y'all like that Rukia arc? Double it and give it to the next person. Kishimoto did it expertly too, but with Sasuke, cause sometimes the girl you're saving isn't even a girl. They're a whiny little schnookum-ookum's orphan boyfriend. Okay, time for the last example, and no spoilers, I promise, I'm a good boy. Zelda's portrayal in Tears of the Kingdom is probably the most layered and compelling the series has ever seen, behind Spirit Tracks, of course. Hey, yo, where my Spirit Tracks gang at? And that's cause she spends the entire game just being the best. From the opening cutscene, it's clear how much Link and Zelda care about each other just from subtle touches. Like my man's instinctively grabbing the torch so she can adorably nerd out about some ancient lame-ass hieroglyphics, or the details in their house in Hateno Village where they were definitely not fucking. Who can blame bro though? Because me personally, I'm putting that ass in recall. Give me head 3 times like a Gleeok, and I give her on my seed like a Korok. I stole that from my homie. It's so cool to me that the land of Hyrule has so much appreciation for Zelda. You'll often come across people who have nice little stories to tell about her, or places and communities that have been shaped by the work she's done. And it never feels forced, you know? They're never just dick riding for no reason. It's always earned. It's always natural. I don't know, it's just neat that even though she's not physically with you for most of the game, you can feel her everywhere. And that's part of why I found her hella endearing. And while I won't talk about any story details, Zelda's presence in the plotline is amazing. She has so much agency and importance and goes on her own little hero's journey, losing and sacrificing so much. If it wasn't for her, we'd all be cooked. She's the real MVP of this game. Some of the cutscenes had me screaming at the screen like, that's my motherfucking bitch right there. Put some goddamn respect on her name. By the time I had found the final memory in the game, I was chomping at the bit to find Shawty. With a character this easy to empathize with and this cool, it's no wonder I was just as invested in saving her as Link was. And at the end of the day, that's all I really want. To be invested. And I know it's like duh, no shit, but you'd be surprised at how many stories fail at that. Give me people I want to succeed. Give me people I want to cherish. Give me people I want to see saved. And the truth is, being a woman or not has nothing to do with it. I just thought it looked good in the title. It's all about whether there's a believable and likable character there to root for. And that can come in any form. Man, woman, they, them, fucking it. I don't care. It doesn't matter. I just want people in my media I can care for, whether I'm the one saving them or not. But if they do just happen to be a sexy girl, like I'm just saying, I'm not complaining. Fuck it out. Hey yo, welcome to Cafe AB792. I'm the head chef and I hope you enjoyed watching this little visual dish I prepared for you. I hate to grovel like a little bitch, but liking or subscribing helped me out a lot. But if you ask me, comments are personally my favorite. I like seeing your thoughts. Let me know what your favorite Saving the Girl-esque story is. If you're new and like this style but want something more substantial to sink your teeth into, I recommend my Shibuya Incident Jujutsu Kaisen video or my newly released JoJolion one to expand your palate. They're a great little taste of Ibi, which is an insane sentence. You can also follow me on the Twitter and Instagram linked below if you just want to see me talk about more dumb shit. And for all my returning lovely little subscribers, my little sous chefs, bonjour, I see y'all. I don't have anything to say this time, but I'm okay. I gotta get back to playing Baldur's Gate 3 and cooking up more plates for the masses. But I'll see y'all real soon. Patreon in the works, baby! Stay sauced, stay dripped, stay fleazy, and you know, have yourselves a damn good one.